Hey guys, SmartNinja000. Today we're going to be working on the Wizard Pack. Actually, yesterday's video came out and it already has 6 likes, which is really great. Wasn't expecting it to be that fast. And we are on 17W47B. And what I was noticing is, I never took off the texture pack. What I actually noticed, this is kind of cool. So this is just, it's not actually the Wizard Pack, but there is a couple features that I did miss in my snapshot video, which you can go check out on my channel, where I explained everything. You can actually craft the barge blocks, and there's also a new item, which is give app debug stick. So it's 4 of those like that. You can get 3 barge, works with all. There's no way to actually get, like, if you try to do something like this, that's not a recipe. There's no way to get like these smooth sandstone, and also it's if I do slab, you'll notice there's actually Petrified Oak. This is, well, you'll see in a second. If I go into survival, you can see it's not actually breaking. It's you have to use a pickaxe to get the Petrified Oak. That's actually from it's from one of the really older versions. Sorry. So that's incredibly cool that they include that. Oh, and the Debug Stick, it just kind of like modifies the data of that. So here, snowy. Now this is actually desaturated, but you can like snowify it. Also, if you what's really funny about it, and I hope they keep it in, and I hope there's some way to use it with normal thing, because you can just click it and you can actually make rotating skulls super easy. So maybe they'll have some sort of way. Now it's just a normal stick texture and the Debug Stick. It looks enchanted, but it actually doesn't have any special effects really. You can't get it in survival. A lot of it is, remember, this is snapshot, it's new. Still haven't done this. I did a snapshot video on this. You can go check that out. So yeah. Okay, so anyway, we can't actually do like the actual features. So today's video is going to be more of just sort of planning out the features, maybe a little bit, but I mean, we are going to switch this all over to functions, making it into a data pack, and then you will be able to download it via Dropbox. So what I did, actually I did this off camera, is built chunk borders just because, first off, it looks pretty cool. It's like a giant chessboard, and also we don't want too many command blocks in one chunk. So of course that's not really a problem for me because I like to make it in super long rows. And we're also going to have to make custom structures for this. I may actually get some people to help me with that because I'm not the best builder. Because we want random structures, but that's not going to be in 0.3. It's actually going to be in 0.4, I think. So first thing we're going to need to do is I'm going to need to explain how I was thinking this was going to work. So we'd have the 4 elements, which are fire. So that's fire, earth, water, air. So fire. Or I can't search up this. This is not going to work. Earth. Actually, I'm going to use line. Earth. Water, which is blue. And air, which is going to be white. Because, no. Okay. So, what we need to do right now is we're just going to design the wands. We may actually get into the commands, but probably not. So we need to just come up with different ideas for each of them. So the way we're going to do this is we're actually going to make a chart. In Minecraft, I know, it's great. So we're going to do something like this, where we place the elements. Well, 2. Oh, we can just do it like this, can't we? Block here. Boom, 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 boom. Nice little chart. Now, what does this chart do, you ask? It just shows us every single possibility we could use. Now we are actually going to change these blocks. These blocks are the blocks. So what you'll see is event, it will line up, so all the it'll be cool. So we just need to, now we have a couple different options for this. We can either make it so there's no primary and secondary, and in which case there would be about half the ones, I think, right? Wait, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, I don't know. I don't know how we do that. We'd have to make a different chart for that. In which case there would be no primary and secondary. For example, this thing is the same as this thing. So we'd have to just do something like that. Or we can do the primary and secondary, which means there'd be more ones. So why don't we actually just figure out how many ones we actually would have. Okay, so without it, this is what the chart would look like. Stone bricks being that, so we'd have 4, 3, 2, and 1. So when you add those up, you get 10. So we can either have 10 different ones or 16. I think we're going to stick with 16. Now, we'll make it more complicated, but then, of course, that will actually give you a use for the recipe book, because the recipe book you only really use when you're looking up the recipe to make comparators, well, not comparators, observers. But yes, you can see this is tree bark. It's right there. So then you would just be like, oh, I need a growth wand, which would be, in this case, I don't know. So yeah, we just need to come up with some ideas. Okay, just to make it even easier to read, I put little things for the elements. So what I was thinking is the Ender Wand. The Ender Wand, if you remember that from the last video, that allows you 15 seconds in spectator mode with the 10 cooldown. All the wands have 10 durability. It's a lot easier that way, especially for displaying the amount of health percent. Of course, we could, if we wanted to, give each one different amounts. We could do there's 20 uses for each wand. I think 10 is a good solid number. It will require, they're kind of rare, but I mean they will have a huge effect. So I was thinking for the air one, and so so this is going to be the primary. So these are going to be primary. Let's actually drop that down a line. Primary, yeah. And these are going to be, let's put it actually over here, secondary. Let's actually move that sign up here, and let's break out this. So yeah, this is how I design this sort of stuff. So you're seeing this. So we want a bunch of different ones. So I think one of the ones we're going to want is the Earth Wand to give you haste. And I think a good amount of haste is haste 2 for 20 seconds. Is 20 seconds good? That means you would have up to 10 use on that, so 200 seconds of haste 2. That is 3 minutes of haste 2. Okay. That's pretty good. Yeah, this is how I do all this stuff. Fire, obviously, we're going to go with the Burning Wand. So we're going to nearby mobs are equals 4 fire, and I think 200s, that's good. Let's try that. So real quick, just summon ourselves a creep. Oh, gosh, sometimes the nuke commands are kind of annoying. You can turn them off, but I need them because it's hard to get used to. Alright, so let's see. So / entity data. No, they changed that, didn't they? / data at data. Get? Wait. How do I what's the replacement for entity data? Okay, so I figured it out. It's data merge, I think. Entity eddy type equal creeper. Is this right? No. Don't know if this is right. Limit equals 1. And we want to give it fire 200s. See, we can only modify one. So what we could do is we could do execute as eddy type equal creeper. run data, and we do at s. Yeah, that works. That works. You can do it that way. So what that means, this command, it means that every single creeper is running data merge. I don't know why it says merge there, but I don't know. It's basically the replacement for like entity data and block data. Then they are setting themselves on fire. That's the way it works. Okay, so that works. Got rid of the creepers. So next we're going to need another one. So for the water one's kind of hard. So I think we'll come back to that. The air one. Now I had a cool idea for the air one. I was thinking it could give you some levitation. Maybe like 4 seconds of levitation 3. You can get 0, which means that this is actually +2. So that would just launch you up a little bit into the air, and then you just use it again. For some slight flying, that got us a pretty good distance, actually. That's like 7-8 blocks. Could do that. Or, of course, we could do a... This would be a very interesting one. If we just like got our stone, we would execute at the player and do something. So \fill, just something simple like this. -2 -2 2 2 air destroy. Oh yeah. Boom. So it would just like break some slight area around you. That would work because it's setting air, but I'm not really sure. We'll have to come back to that. Let's see. So now this work gets really hard because we need to think of different, like secondary and primary. So I had the cool idea, since it's air in water. So this one it would give you, what is it? It's called water breathing. And this will give you 45 seconds of water breathing. So you actually have 450 seconds of water breathing. I don't know that off the top of my head. 450 divided by 60, that is... You have 7 minutes of water breathing. Well, 7.5 minutes of water breathing. That is pretty good. No, wait. This wants to go here. Then this one, it basically is a sponge effect. So... How would I do this? Player location. This is how we'll just format this. 2 2 2 -2 -2. We can do. I don't know how we'll write it. I guess we can just fill area with air replace water. So what that means is it basically acts as a small sponge effect. Of course, the water one will be slightly hard to use, as the water one will be harder to use because water really, this is more of a thing. But of course, 1.14 is right around the corner as soon as this one comes out. And I'm pretty sure that's when that's when Update Aquatic's coming out. So these will have a purpose because dolphins. This will make it easier to farm dolphins. Okay. Now we just need, so air. I have no idea what we're going to do with air. We have earth and water. What could we do there? Don't know. Fire and air. Oh, you know what might be a cool one? Oh, you know, it's not super useful, but it definitely, oh, you know what? That's actually not a bad idea. So earth and air, no, never mind. Let me just, so for one of these, we could run a particle command, and we want explosion tilde 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 0.4 0.4 0.4 0 100 force. That didn't last long enough. We can't. Darn it. It's so hard to use these new commands, I swear to you. We could get something like this. A smoke screen, and gives them blindness. Let's break the command block. There we go. It gives them blindness. That would be a very cool one. Would be more effective for PvP. Now, for smoke, that's water and fire. And I had a cool idea for water primary fire. So fire primary water. It's here. We could do player location. I didn't spell player right. Location. We want to particle explosion. And we want to affect nearby with blindness. So, if you're nearby, you'll get blindness, and you will get that. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Yep. Let's see what other ones. We have a growth wand. So growth, that's easy. That's water primary. So we want to player location, fill area, crops, full crops. That's great. So water primary. Actually, no, that's earth primary. I think this would fit better here. I'm just changing this as I go. I might even make a wiki for this because it's going to get very complicated. Let's see. We need. I have no idea what the water, just like a water wand would do. What would a water wand do? Huh. Oh, you know what? Clear. Clear all effects. So when you use it, you lose all your effects instantly. That might be cool. I could definitely see that being used. So if you're like poisoned or fighting a witch or custom boss, wink wink. That's in the future too. Okay. Yeah. This is great. I'm doing this on camera. I would do this normally off camera, but because, well, I can't really do custom recipes, and I'm eventually going to redo all the models, but that will definitely be off camera because that's kind of boring. Anyways, yeah. So let's see. We need some sort of PvP one, so it gives you strength or it gives you resistance. Fire and earth. Those are kind of like the strong ones when you think about it. Primary fire or secondary. That might be cool. Why don't we try that? Or, no, let's not do that. We need TNT. Which one could be TNT? Did we do fire primary? Or no, we didn't yet. Okay. So, this will, because it will launch them in the air and set them. Nah, well, I guess that's kind of TNT. So, we will. This is a new one. So, wait, did I do something like this? Oh, yeah, nearby mobs. Nearby mobs. Let me do the radius. Okay, so nearby mobs. No, we'll change this to nearest mob. It's not an area of effect. Then we want to affect levitation. Summon TNT. with an up motion. So that's a cool one. Sorry. I'm sick. Alright, let's see. So we need... I'm going to change this. I'm going to say clear all effects. That did that. Clear all effects. Okay. So we still need some more. And I'm just going to take a little break for a sec. Alright, I got a cool idea. We're going to go back to the ice wand, and we will do nearest mob fill mob area with disappearing ice. So that's the ice wand from the old video. Don't want this video to be too long. Might have to redo it if it is too long. But of course, I'm not going to get rid of these ideas. I'll just go over each one. Alright, so let's see. Air and earth. I don't really have anything for either of these. Air, smell of TNT. That one doesn't really make that much sense. That's... So you can kind of look at these and then you can see how they line up. So fire and water. I think I'm going to do the levitation one. So we just need to find a good level. So effect. Oh, you know what? What's probably like the most difficult element to get? It's definitely going to be air. Is probably going to be the rarest element, which is a slight shame because the water breathing. We definitely need an underwater boss. But if we do, I feel like air and earth might be a cool one to levitate. Oh, you know what? Actually, that's perfect. Air primary, earth secondary. So, game mode, player, spectator. Now, I'm going to change the timer on this. This was way too long. So you're only going to have 3 seconds of spectator mode, then survival. So that means now if you're going to use this on your server, you might have to do some commands, some like always active commands to make sure they don't get in the areas they can't get. Of course, if I don't think anyone's going to be using this on their server. I might even make a custom wand for you on your server or something. Maybe add a 5th element. I don't know. So, yeah, so that's cool. We are going to need to continue working. We're going to need, let's see, so the air one we still have, we only have 6 more to go. Okay. We did a growth wand already, right? Oh, you know what? Oh, we already did nearest mob, fill ice, then disappear. I don't think this one really fits. I think this might be better with the water air, but we already have that as well. Area, air, replace water. I don't like the sponge one. Okay, let's try that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pretty much copy this one. Oh, you know what? No, I'm going to move this back here. I don't like the sponge one, though. Again, we might change these as the series goes on. None of these are certain. If you have any suggestions for any particular one you want to see, definitely leave that in the comments below. We need a strength one. The opposite of the spectator. Strength 2, so it's very high. 3 sec. Okay, so 3 seconds of strength 2, and what that means is you will be able to right click ish. Strength 3 sec. You get a 4 sec. You get a slight you have a very limited time you can use this for. You can use this 10 times, which means you have 40 seconds of strength 3. That is pretty good. Okay, we need to think of the levitation. So effect AP or effect give AP levitation. We're going to give us 5 seconds of levitation for false. That's way too high. We're going to give us, let's drop down here. We want them to go up 10 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 blocks is pretty high. We're going to go with 3. We went 11. We are going to try Levitation 3 for 4 seconds. Just swap them. That time we went even higher. Okay. Levitation 3 for 3 seconds. No, it's actually Levitation 4, but it's multiplier of. You were so close. Come on. Yeah, you can make it, so that's perfect. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 blocks. Perfect. I think that's pretty good. So this actually should be true if I want to hide the particles. You can barely make it. Did I give myself the wrong one? It's this one. Access effect MP. Effect clear MP. Alright. It's this one. So 3 and 3. Yep. Levitation. Three, which is actually Levitation 4. 3 seconds. Great. Let's see, Levitation 4. Oh, and I did that wrong. You know what? I don't know my Roman numerals. Just kidding. I'm really good at them. Levitation IV. I put down the wrong row. Levitation IV. 3 seconds. Great. Okay. Okay, so we just have a few more to do. We have primary fire. Alright, we just need to. Alright, so water and fire. Primary fire being. I'm trying to think. Is there. Oh, you know what? That might actually be a cool one. Alright, so primary water. Oh, we already did that. Okay. This. Fire resistance. 30 sec. No. 25 sec. These are all going to change. And by the way, I do realize how incredibly cheap these sound. The recipe is actually going to change. It's going to require gold blocks. The reason for gold, because gold's not really used that much. And of course people do have gold farms, which means they can farm these, but of course you will have to actually get these elements, which will, now they won't actually look like this, they will be retextured diamond toes, which will not be stackable, and these will look like, and what will happen is, you won't actually be able to cheat them because they'll have a special MBT or something. Anyways, all that does, and they're going to drop from special mobs, but yeah. So, for example, flying mob, which there definitely will be one of. Maybe not in the first update. Actually, we probably should have one in the first update. There'll be ways to get them, and if there isn't, there'll be a crafting recipe. There'll be crafting recipes for all the elements, but it'll be very expensive. Don't want them to be too cheap, these ones. They're supposed to be more of a mid-game item. Like, you first buy them, or get them, and then later game, you're all stacked up on them. So we need primary fire, secondary. Alright. Oh, you know what? I have a cool one. Player location. This is actually a really good one. Oh, you know what? That's slightly too OP now. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, you know what? Yes, it is. I like that. Player location. We want to fill, fire, replace, air, except player block. Alright, so what that means, it's basically this. 3, 3, 3, 3. It won't actually be on the save level. Fire. Actually, I'm not sure how big that. Yeah, let's go all the way out here. I have to rewrite this whole command. 3 to 3. We want to go -3, -3, fire. All this will be filled. We'll also, it should also, we might even center the player so that way they don't get set on fire. Or maybe we could just do a ring of fire. Actually, I like the ring of fire better. Let's change that. Player location ring of fire. Now this will even work. It will be vertical too, but it will just create like this nice little thing. So it will actually only be 2 commands. We could do this with 4, but it'll be easier with 2. We fill this area with fire, then we fill this area with air. So that's kind of cool. Now that should go away eventually, so don't worry about that. Okay, we're so close, just 3 more. Don't want this video to be too long. Let's see. Primary, secondary. So water in there. I like that sponge one. I'm going back to it. We can always change it. Player location, fill area. We need with air, replace water. Great. 2 more. We need air primary. Okay, so let's just see. We did one of those. That's the TNT one. So that's not launching it up in the air. Now, fire is supposed to be sort of the damage one. And we already did a damage one, didn't we? I think this one might fit better over here, actually. I'm just changing this as I go. Now, this one lines up with this one, so game mode 3 spectator. So we need something else that is very cool. Something like that, something unique. I got it. Two seconds of resistance. You're invincible for 2 seconds. 20 seconds total. Very good. Ooh, you know what? Better. Instant heal. You just instantly heal all your health. Now that's actually going to be effects, give, Super Ninja, instant health. Yeah. And for the last one, we're going to do one more PvP sort of thing. We're just going to try and figure out how we can do this. So you know what? Let me just give myself a command block. Command block. So I want this to just, let me want to chain. So what we're going to do is we're going to effect at P, or backslash effect give at P wither 4 seconds, wither 2. Oh, you know what? We might even make this longer than 4 seconds. Why don't we make it 5 seconds? Done. And then we want to effect at P absorption. 15 seconds. 4. Let's try this. All commands in order. So now we just need to hop into game mode, survival. That didn't. Okay, no idea. Why don't we do instant damage 1-0 absorption, true, right? Now this should, if I did it correctly. No, not spectator, survival. Great. No, yeah. That didn't do as it wanted, and that also didn't give me the right. Basically, what I want is I wanted to damage. How could I do this? We would set this up on the clock, obviously, but it would be something like this. No, oh my gosh. Oh, there we go. That's it. That's it. It gives you... that's way too many hearts. So, effect, MP, effect, clear. Happy. That's what it does. It essentially gives you an extra heart, but it also allows you the opportunity to read. You know what? This is so dumb. I'm just gonna. I spent way too long on this, and it's not even that great of an idea. You're just gonna get some slight absorption. It's like a little shield. Absorption 3. That is 6 extra hearts. Okay. Absorption 2. 20 seconds. You have 20 seconds where you have 14 hearts. Make the best use of it. Great for boss fights. Or, you know what? Nope. Health boost. Yes, I like this. It's V. Health boost V. 20 hearts. You have to regen them. 45 seconds. That's way too OP. Boost 3. Oh my gosh. Health boost is something. Yes, it is. Is it health boost 3? That's a great way to end it. Yeah, so you basically, this is perfect for boss fights. If you are going to do boss fights, my suggestion for the wand, of course, there'll definitely be boss fights in this, because boss fights, I can't do anything, can I? Yep, great. Boss fights are going to be a big part of this. These are not meant to be overpowered. We may have to give them even less. Now remember, they only have 10 uses. And I want these to be extremely rare. They do cost gold block. They'll probably cost a lot more than just a gold block. Maybe like blaze prod. Of course, there are easy ways to farm them, but that is very late game. And of course, there'll be bosses to make this more fun. We do not want it to just wreck through everything. You'll notice diamond armor, full diamond armor enchanted. The zombie's not going to kill you. So we don't want that to happen. We do not want it to be. We want these things, no matter what it is, to not be too overpowered. We want it to fit with the vanilla theme. And what I mean, and also when the new texture changes comes, you will expect some new texture changes for the mobs. We may stick to the current way they look, but we'll have to see. Because I am really lazy and do not want to have to redo those models. Those took ages. This is the end of this video, guys. If you enjoyed this Wizard Pack episode 2 of the Wizard Pack, you can go watch the first one. That's just where I showed off the old features. Yeah, then be sure to leave a like. I might do some stuff off camera, so maybe not. We're in this together, guys. If we can get 7 likes, it was 6 by the time I checked. If we can get 7 likes, I will make another video of this. So, this is the one that's going to have the like goals. So, yeah. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.